Steve Munson, and I am the Civil War Guru. And today I have in front of you is one of the most fabulous Bowie knives that I've seen in my 60 years of collecting. This thing's right out of the woodwork, Frankfort, Kentucky. This sings Dixie to you. This is a Rebel Bowie knife. It is so unusually made, and it's got so much cool stuff going on. You know, Bowies became in vogue in the 1830s, of course initiated by the world famous James Bowie and his brother Razin. And this is a culmination. By the Civil War, these things have evolved into so many different things. The English got involved in it. They sent them over by the boatloads, Bowie knives. But this is a homegrown, American-made, Southern-made, and it ended up in Frankfort and never left during General Braxton Bragg's invasion with Kirby Smith in 1862. For the goal was to take Louisville, and Kirby Smith made it to Frankfort. And this particular knife stayed in Frankfort, left in Frankfort by a gentleman from the Southern Brigade out of Kentucky, the famous 9th Kentucky, I believe. And this is unbelievable that this thing has existed for that long. But here it is in front of you. And I'm shooting this by myself. I don't have my famous cameraman with me. And I'm going to shake it and bake a little bit because I'm an old man. But I'm going to try to get you some real good details. Now from this position, what we got is the handle is walnut. And it is turned. You can see the ringlets on it. It has a brass guard, which is bent back at the top. And I'll explain that there in a second for you. And that's a brass guard. The throat and the drag on the scabbard are tin. They're metal. And the leather, it's a backstitched scabbard. It's crosshatched with an X design on it. And of course the metal mounts are soldered on. And then they're pinged on with a little punch. All right, now I'm going to try to take this thing out. So I'm going to kind of go and set this camera down here in front of you. So don't get dizzy on me. I'm going to pick it right back up. So bear with me. I'm going to set it down, take the scabbard, the Bowie knife out of the scabbard, and get it where you can see it real good. All right, here we come back. All right, and I hope my editor, Mr. Stephen Eric Munson, my #1 son, is going to put this video up, and hopefully he can edit out these down sections when I have to move the camera around. So there is the blade. What a massive, massive blade. It is fabulous, and it's razor sharp. This particular knife, let's get the measurements on it. The overall length of this knife is 17 inches. It's got a 5-inch handle. That means it's got a 12-inch blade. And the width is over 2 inches in width. It is just breathtaking for a Civil War collector and a Confederate collector. And then there's that whole genre of Bowie knives. And this will set those guys' britches on fire. This is untouched, right out of the woodwork. Now I'm going to try to get the camera in a different position and roll this knife around. And I'm going to try to do it, if I can reach it, there we go. Where you can actually, I'm going to bring the blade up. And you can see the beautiful walnut grip, brass right there, and guard. And look at that blade. I'm going to take the camera and run it down that blade. It's been draw filed, polished. I mean, the guy that built this wasn't his first Bowie knife. Now, why is that top guard bent over? is I'm going to show you all a little trick, the old James Bowie trick. I'm going to try to get the camera back. This is how they fought with Bowie knives. It wasn't like this. It was like this. They wanted that blade on top. So when they stuck it in somebody, they just pulled it up, pulled it back, gutted them. It's a deadly, deadly fighting knife. Now I'm going to pull it back down. Bear with me. Try to get it back in place. All right. I'm going to roll the scabbard over so you can see how it's stitched on the back. Get it up there close. And I'm getting a little reflection. There's no shiny parts on this thing. That's where it's tinned and soldered together. And there's a seam running down the back. And you can see the punches. That's how it's punched into the leather so it don't pull off. And it's got a little ball on the end. I'm gonna run back up it. Get down close. Hopefully you guys will forgive me for wiggling too much. And now I'm gonna get over on this blade. I'm gonna get an angle because we don't have very good lighting in here. We got fluorescence. And I'm gonna just scoot down this blade here and pull it back a little bit. But look at this monster blade. I'm gonna run out the handle. And I'm gonna bring the handle up so you can see how the handle is connected. Get it back here where I can let the camera, there it goes, let it focus. See how it's bent over and pinged, and that's light reflecting, it's not shiny. But this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. The Southern gentlemen, you know, they had D guards and shortened swords. They liked, you know, real close fighting. And when they got into a close engagement, they wanted something that would, you know, protect them. And this is it. It's actually, you know, like I say, 60 years of collecting. This is the best untouched Southern Bowie knife, Civil War Confederate Bowie knife. It's got all the magic rolled into one that I've ever owned. There's name brand ones. This is some, he was above a blacksmith. I would say this was a gun maker. They made Bowie knives. And this could have been made, it could very possibly could be made in Kentucky. I don't see too much Tennessee jumping out at me, or Georgia. It's just, my God, it's just unreal. Now you guys can comment on this thing if y'all have ever seen one. I've never seen one. And I've been to the different Bowie knife shows. And I mean, this is a knock you socks off Bowie knife. 17 inches overall length. And that blade is off the charts. It's just unreal. And I'm going to turn this scabbard back over, because this is going to be the farewell shot. Get the camera up where hopefully I'm not wiggling too much on you guys. But you talking about a killer Bowie knife out of the woodwork. That's the dream of every collector, to have one that's not been shopped. Nobody's ever seen it. Right from the family. And ladies and gentlemen, this is it. And it's brought to you by the old Civil War guru. I'm still in the trenches fighting. And I think we're getting that close to 180 videos online. And I believe nearly 1 million people's watched us. So click it if you like it. And you can subscribe. There's no fee to join. We don't charge nothing. And if you want a verbal appraisal, send me pictures and good pictures of it, and I'll tell you what you got and market value. But you know, I was so excited on this daggone thing that I just had to get it up in a video, and I hope my son Stephen Eric, he can get it and get it up quick, because this is an exciting Bowie knife. Now I'm here, I'm wiggling, I'm ready to turn it off. But from the old Civil War guru, don't forget to go to our Battles of the Western Theater Museum in historic Bardstown, Kentucky, and visit with us. You'll see stuff you've never seen. It's all dedicated to the Western Theater. So from the Civil War guru, have a great day.